Hey guys. So we'll officially start the stream here at 7 o'clock in about 4 or 5 minutes. Got a few of you here watching. I see nobody commenting, or at least I'm not seeing the comments. But thought we might do some ESP cards. What do you guys think about that? Let me pause this. Go big screen. There we go. I don't know if you can see my reflection. Anyway, let's do some ESP cards while we're waiting for people to show up. Looks like we got 4 or 5 people watching here. So in case you're not familiar with ESP cards, we'll run through the symbols. We got the intersecting lines, or plus, or X, or however you want to register that in your mind. Intersecting lines. And then we got circle, wavy lines, a square, and a star. I'm sure most of you already know these symbols by now, but anyway, be a good practice. I've got a tutorial on how to do these. This is like, I think there's 20 cards here. I'm gonna give them a good shuffle, and we'll just do a little ESP. Welcome, Pyro PK. We're getting ready to hone your ESP skills a little bit. I'm just going to do a little ESP practice. I've done some tutorials on these, and I've actually come up with some other tips that might help people. But right now, I'm just going to do one without saying anything. I'm just going to hold it up and then turn the card. And, let me know in the comments if you hit a few or if you don't hit a few. I'm actually going to see if I can get this mic out of the way here a little bit. Okay, are you ready? Here's card number one. Don't try, don't look, don't think. Just if one of those symbols pops into your mind, make that your guess. All right, here we go. Here's the first card. Next card. All right. Did you guys get any hits? Let me know in the comments if you got any hits. I'll run through one more. How much we got? Oh, we got just a couple more minutes. Now I'm going to give you my little tip. So there's little points of opportunity when I do ESP cards anyway. And it's when I pull from the deck, when I thump the card, and then right before I flip. Sometimes those are the times I get the little flash. And the key to it is just being empty and blank. So make sure you're not trying to anticipate or guess or use reasoning or anything like that. And at one of these points, you'll get a little flash. And I mean, it's a microsecond, just a real quick flash. And the hard part is just catching, oh, was that a star or was that a plus? And it's so fast, or that's the way it is for me. So I'm going to give you these little opportunities. And like I said, just stay blank. When I pull that card up, you might get a flash right then. Or when I thump that card, you might get a flash. And then right before I flip it, you might get a flash. So just try to stay blank and do no guessing at all. Just wait and see if something pops in your head. All right, we'll do 10. Okay, here's 10 cards. We'll do those real quick, and then we'll get the stream started. Looks like we got a few more people coming in. Glad to have you. All right, here we go. Real quick, ESP card. Might get a flash when I pull. Oh, I got one on that one, and I look at it. Here's a thump, and then the reveal. All right, hope you got one. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the pull. Did you see it? I'll try to be quiet now. Last one. Just let the flash happen. Maybe you got it right there. Maybe you got it right there. Now you know what it is. Now you know. Now you know. All right, little ESP practice. Thought that might be better than just doing the old boring intro type thing that I normally do. Let me go over here and put on the official banner. Oh, I got to get rid of that one first. Hide that. And all right. Hello and welcome. This is Livestream numero 23, and we're going to look into the superfood superpower connection. And I do believe there is an obvious connection between diet and our ability to do a lot of things. Heal, perform, be the best you can be at whatever, be it athletic or mentally or emotionally. Just a good diet just improves our body and our experience as humans tremendously. And to be perfectly honest, I didn't put a lot of thought into this. I'm knee deep in food right now. Growing all kinds of different things, tomatoes and turnips and onions and cucumbers, and doing the farmer's market and a whole bunch of new stuff. And I'm knee deep in food. And I've eaten more tomatoes this summer than I've eaten in the last 2 or 3 summers combined, probably just because I have an overabundance of it. I'm getting like anywhere from 20 to 50 tomatoes a day. And of course, we sell a lot of them to some restaurants and farmers market and whatnot, but there's still an overabundance of tomatoes. So I've been eating a lot of tomatoes and cucumbers and feeling great. And I think it's a mind, body, spirit thing when you go to doing telekinesis or any psychic ability. And a lot of us kind of overlook the body part of it, take it for granted. I try to get into the habit every morning. I wake up, and if there's nothing wrong with me, just spend a few minutes in attitude of gratitude, thinking just for the things we take for granted. I'm glad I don't have a toothache, and I'm glad I don't have, back pain or whatever it is, You don't know what you got till it's gone. Boy, when you're sick, you realize how great it is to feel good. And a big part of feeling good is nutrition. So we're going to look at some of the top superfoods according to some quote unquote experts, and a little bit of my opinion. And then I'm going to recommend a few supplements that I think are worthy of mention, definitely. But first, let's pop over. Wait, I even made a banner for this. Here we go. Welcome to the show. And shout outs to the chat participants. Let's see if anyone is in the chat. We have, just Pyro PK. Boy, you guys are quiet tonight. How many people we got watching? Oh, there's only a few watching anyway. Hey, if you're watching, say hi in the chat, and I'll at least bring your name up. There you go. There's Pyro PK. He says hi. There's Pyro PK. He says right. I don't know. Right wasn't one of the. How'd you do on the ESP cards, man? Did you get any of those? Let me know. Somebody thought that might be fun. That might have been me only, but I love it. I wish there were some more of those online. I mean, I have a deck, but it's nice to be able to just, like when I'm sitting waiting for something, it'd be nice to have some sort of psychic training I can do. There's a few online, and I've messed with them, but it's nice to have just some raw stuff. Let's see what else we got. Did I load a joke? Oh, we have a joke for the day. Let's do that. Oh, let me get rid of that banner. So what do you call a tomato that identifies as a cucumber? A transplant. Is that funny? No, I didn't think so either. Oh, good, clean joke. I guess some people call them dad jokes. Let's go back to my regular banner. Then I think we're going to do a little screen sharing. See if I've got that. I think I already got that tab open. So this should be fairly easy. Share screen. And there it is. 10 superfoods. Okay, this is by, let me see what format I'm on. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can see it. Okay, so this is according to Harvard Health Publishing, Harvard Medical School. 10 superfoods to boost your healthy diet. Boost or boost, either one. And this is just kind of an intro describing what a superfood is, but the superfood just has a ton or an abundance of very important nutrients or other things that are, hard to find or hard to get unless you're eating these foods. And at the top of their list, well, let me go back here real quick. Yeah, I am sharing. Is berries, which they say are high in fiber and naturally sweet, and rich color means they're high in antioxidants and disease fighting nutrients. And the antioxidants are so important. And if you consume enough antioxidants and do a little bit of grounding, the chances of you getting sick are slim to none. Now, don't get me wrong. Getting sick is a natural part of health. Every so many months or years, your body has to get sick and detox and just let you get some stuff out, sweat it out, or other ways. Uh, so because you get sick doesn't mean you're not a healthy person. Even the healthiest people get sick at some time. I think the longest I've gone was 4 years without getting sick. And the last time I was sick was in 2020. So I'm due for, I have a feeling I'll probably be getting the flu or a bug of some sorts this winter. Maybe not, but it wouldn't surprise me. But I do a lot of things to cleanse my body. I do parasite cleanses. I do fasting. I do, the lemon water thing, salt bath. I do a lot of things to detox, but at some point, your body accumulates and has to detox. Their next one in their top 10 list of superfoods is fish. That's going to be a good source of protein and omega-3 fatty acids, which help prevent heart disease. Yeah, the fatty acids part is important, and a lot of people lack that, especially people who are like vegan or even vegetarians, because some of those things you can only get from, like they said, fish there. And it's important to keep a little bit of that in your diet. I don't eat a lot of meat, especially this time of year, but I do try to take some fish at least once or twice a month. Leafy greens, which I'm all about those. Dark leafy greens are a good source of vitamin A and C and calcium, as well as several phytochemicals, which chemicals are made by plants that have a positive effect on your health. They also add fiber into your diet. Yeah, I think that kind of goes without saying. Everybody knows if it's green, it's probably good for you. I drink a lot of green tea. I eat a lot of greens. I love it. I mean, it's not a chore for me because I really enjoy it. Nuts, hazelnuts, walnuts, almonds, pecans, a good source of plant protein. They also contain monosaturated fats, which may be a factor in reducing the risk of heart disease. Again, we have to have a diverse diet because they've got things in there that you're not, fats that you're not going to get from your vegetables or your fruits or even your meats. So having a little nuts in your diet is a great idea. Olive oil, a great way to cook. Hemp oil is also a good way to cook. Is a good source of vitamin E, polyphenols, monosaturated fatty acids, all of which help reduce the risk of heart disease. There you go. Olive oil. Quit bacon and butter. Or you know what? Sometimes when you use olive oil, you can add just a little bit of butter for flavor and get basically the same quality of food with a lot less calories and stuff. Not that I believe butter is bad. Don't get me wrong, but calories add up. And if you're eating stuff that's saturated in butter, on a regular basis, of course, you're going to do more harm than good. Whole grains, good source of both soluble and insoluble fiber. Whole grains also contain several B vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients. They have been shown to lower cholesterol and protect against heart disease and diabetes. Now, this is all kind of focused around health issues, but I'm trying to nourish your body to where it works on the optimum level for psychic abilities. People don't think about their body being a part of the equation, or some people don't, and it is a very important part of it. Yogurt, which I lack on this. I should probably consume more yogurt, but I don't eat a lot of yogurt. A good source of calcium and protein. Also contains live cultures called probiotics, which are good bacteria. It can help protect the body from other more harmful bacteria. So, yeah, the probiotic thing is big. And I take some, although I'm not taking them now, it seems to be sort of a wintertime thing for me. I take some probiotic supplements that have to be stored in a refrigerator and stuff. But there's other sources of, probiotics like sauerkraut would be one. Basically, what you guys probably already know about this. Cruciferous vegetables. These include broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower, collard greens, kale, mustard greens, radishes, turnips. I don't know how to say that. Kohlrabi. I don't even know for sure what that is. They're an excellent source of fiber, vitamins, and phytochemicals, including indoles and cyanates and nitriles, or whatever those are, which may prevent against some type of cancer. So I think that's a given. Everybody knows the vegetables are good for you. Legumes. This broad category includes kidney, black, red, and garbanzo beans, as well as soybeans and peas. Legumes, an excellent source of fiber, folate, and plant-based protein. Studies show they can help reduce the risk of heart disease. So there you go. Get some beans in there too. Tomatoes, ooh, whatever these are good for. I'm high in this right now. These are high in vitamin C and lycopene, which has been shown to reduce the risk of prostate cancer. I heard somebody else saying that the other day, something about tomatoes and prostate cancer. So there you go. There's the author. That's Catherine. Thanks for putting this list together for us. And I'd have to say I pretty much agree on everything you said there. Those are all good superfoods. But I'm going to get into a little more related superfoods here in just a little bit. But I wanted to talk about, this is probably the heart of the subject here. And before I do that, let's go back and take a look at the comments, see if anybody's talking to us. Oh, it's a slow night tonight. Pyro PK says he got some right. Good deal. The square on that last one. Maybe it was all that coaxing and all those extra opportunities you had. I would love to be able to just sit there and practice using different techniques of displaying ESP cards to people, because I know there's some little niche in there. I know everyone can do it, but I think it's a different approach for everybody. So I'm always looking for opportunities to explore that. I'm more into, I've got several emails this week, and my reply has been basically the same, that I'm more fired up about teaching you or helping you discover your psychic ability than I am trying to impress you or validate mine. You know what I mean? I don't really even care about the recognition or anything. And, you know, I have a non-monetized channel, or technically I had to monetize it in order to turn off the advertisements. But yeah, I'm not doing this for money. My joy is watching or hearing about someone discover their psychic abilities. So I think I'm going to put together an ESP test. Like I've got 2 or 3 online, but I think I'm going to do another one as soon as I get the opportunity. The place where I usually do my demonstrations and stuff has been repurposed for the time being, and probably be that way for several more weeks. So I don't really know where to go to record. I might just have to do one sitting here at the old desk and do it the old style, sort of like what you just saw here. And that'll probably be the next thing coming up. I'm gonna put together a cool clips for you guys, and as soon as I get that room back open, I'm gonna do another telekinesis demonstration. And then I think this fall I'm gonna look in. I've got 2 or 3 different abilities, new abilities I haven't ever tried. I'm gonna dabble in those, and I'm gonna revisit this levitation thing. So I've been recently inspired again with the levitation stream, which seems to be pretty popular in terms of my streams. I mean, I'm just a nobody on a very off the wall topic, you know, pretty fringe topic. So I don't get a lot of views, but in comparison to my normal views, the levitation stream was quite popular. So I think we'll probably revisit that. And again, I want to have Ricky with us, because it was kind of his idea, and I think he has a little more few more things he'd like to share about the levitation. And perhaps by that time, maybe I'll have a little bit of experience. I try to only speak from experience, so I didn't really have a lot of input of my own on my first levitation live stream, but perhaps that'll change in the future. All right, we still got, we got a few more people. Hey, welcome to the stream. If you haven't said anything in the comments section, please do. I'd love to recognize the fact that you're here, and encourage people to comment and give me any questions if you have any, because this stream is going to be really laxed. I don't really have a lot of stuff. I just wanted to get some content on here for you. But again, we're talking about the superfood superpower connection, which I think is, well, I guess they're all equally important. But if the body is toxic and you are not consuming light, aka subtle energy, aka live raw foods, you're going to lack the energy required to tap into some of these psychic abilities. So we're going to continue talking about that. Health and Natural World, that's where we're at, healthandnaturalworld.com. Health benefits of moringa. Tell me if you've heard of moringa. This is arguably the most nutritious plant on in the world, on the flat earth, dare I say, on the plane or the planette. And I've been taking this, well, I don't know how many's in a bottle, but I'm on my second bottle. I think it's either been 60 days or 90 days. I'm not sure how many's in a bottle. I guess I could find out, but I don't know. I'm eating so much live raw foods, to be perfectly honest. I can't tell a lot of difference. But it's funny how these things pop into the ether. About a month after I started taking it, one of the guys, Jaron from Jaronism, I've talked about him quite a bit, but anyway, he started talking about it about a month after I started taking it, and even kind of got his own branded moringa supplements, which I don't have that or anything. But I think it's synchronicity, or I don't know what you want to call it, but how things come into the ether and everyone kind of seems to think of it at the same time, just like a lot of things were invented by people at the same time from various parts of the world, from the microwave to the telescope and whatnot, all invented at about the same time. So I think people who are kind of tapped into this akashic record or collective mind, or whatever word you want to use, a lot of times we'll end up on the same path. But moringa, it's a tree that grows in India. Well, I'm not going to wing it. We'll just first let's read about scientifical proven benefits of moringa, tea, powder, or leaves. Now I'm doing the powder, which is made from the leaves in a capsule, and I'll share the links. In fact, I don't want to do that now. I always hate when I promise links and then don't put them in there. These are the two that I've tried, and these are from Amazon. You can get it other places, but I thought this might be the most commonplace. Oh, got a couple new speakers in the comment section. Here, I'm going to paste the links to the two brands that I've tried, and I think they're good. The one I'm taking right now is it's called Organic India, I believe, is the maker. Pyro PK says, I'd love to levitate. Well, you are not alone there. I heard some techniques on it from other videos. Oh, cool. Go ahead and elaborate if you'd like to. And then he says, no, I don't know what the no is about. Yes, love moringa. Oh, good for you. You are on top of it. Is that something recent that you've just started taking, or you've been taking it for a while? Share. Trinity, that's my daughter's name. Trinity Star says, yes, moringa tea too. You know, I'm not a big fan of the tea. I don't know. It just didn't hit with me. That's why I went back to the capsules. But yeah, I like consuming teas. I usually do a hibiscus tea. And then I usually put some yerba mate and various different things. Right now I'm putting some dried jasmine leaves in with my hibiscus tea, and a little lemon and a little bit of honey. Oh, it's good. That's about all I drink is some sort of green tea usually. Pyro PK says synchronicity. Yeah. And I think the cause of the synchronicity is being tapped into this, well, like they say, the collective mind. Although I think there's more than one collective mind. You know, I think there's a higher collective mind, and then I think there's what they call normie collective mind, you know, where somebody sees it on the news and it becomes true for them. So everybody in their circle all believe the same thing. Not that kind of hive mind, but when you tap into something individually, like perhaps during meditation or in a dream or consciously just trying to focus on how to improve or help something, and you come across something, a lot of times I think we're tapping into the higher mind, or the hive mind, excuse me. Moringa is called the miracle tree. Yeah, they're saying, well, we'll get to it in this article, but yeah, it is amazing how much nutrition is in one of those. What else we got here? Humanity's Rise. Cool name. Have you ever grown your own food with Ormus? Yeah, I'm doing it right now. I've been doing that for quite a while. I did, I think I shared some photos. Anyway, a long time ago, I did some side by side with some potted tomato plants. And of course, they were all from the same seed pack, same soil, same, everything, watering, same nutrients. And they were almost double the size with the Ormus. And it doesn't take a lot. Like you can do 1 to 2 teaspoons per gallon and give them to them every watering, and even more than that. I mean, I've done considerably more, but that's about the minimum where you will actually see a difference. And I recommend people to do that. Do a side by side test with your Ormus water is what I use. I use liquid Ormus, the Ormus I make, and I use Messiah, but Logos is my cheapest. So if you want to get some Ormus and try it on your plants, sacredsupplements.com, and just go to the Buy Ormus page and choose Logos, because really that's probably the best one for plants. They don't really need all the energetic, and alchemy type things that I put into my other ones. So Logos would be the cheapest way to try it out, but you will see a difference. And there's a lot of pictures online too of everything from walnuts to flowers. And I mean, it's kind of like a gardener's secret, if you use Ormus. And it does change. If you use a lot of it, will change the acidity or alkalinity of your water. So you want to be careful if you start using lots of it, because some plants don't like to be too alkaline or too base or what have you. So you might watch that, but I've seen nothing but good things using Ormus with plants. Cher says, for about a year as a supplement and just planted my own trees on our property to consume raw. Wow, where do you live? Because I thought they had to be kind of a Mediterranean area. Let us know where you live, Cher. All right, let's get back to this. All right, again, this is healthandnaturalworld.com, the benefits of moringa tea and powder. Moringa is a plant with many benefits due to its antioxidants and anti-inflammatories and antimicrobial properties. Now, that right there is a mouthful, and that's saying a lot, because all those things are fantastic. Moringa powder supplements help fight inflammation and pain, keep your heart healthy, and promote good liver health. You can also drink moringa tea to improve cognitive function, boost your digestive health, and even assist in losing weight. Not if you have a refined palate like me. I can't stand the taste of it. I'm just kidding. I'm sure a lot of people drink the tea and benefit from it. Because moringa powder and tea are so good for your health, moringa is sometimes called the miracle tree. I've also heard it called the tree of life, which I think is how I originally got. No, that was something else. Okay. Moringa leaves contain high levels of vitamin C, vitamin A, calcium, potassium, and iron. The rich nutritional value of the moringa plant leads many people to class moringa as a superfood, as it should be. In this article, we'll learn more about it. Okay, what is moringa? Moringa oleifera, I think that's how you say that. We're just going to call it moringa, is a tropical tree that grows in the Himalayan mountains in northern India. Moringa is also called the drumstick tree. Yeah, that's appropriate. I play the drums. Horseradish tree. I hadn't heard that one. Miracle tree, bin oil tree, or the malunggay tree. Wow, that's a lot of names. Research into the health benefits of moringa has shown that moringa leaf is rich in vitamins, minerals, essential. We basically already read all this. Phytochemicals. The medical properties of moringa have been linked to preventing cancer, treating infection, managing diabetes, and improving nutrition. Well, that's kind of an oxymoron, because when you improve your nutrition, all these other things will start to go away. Food is our medicine. And if you're looking for a really good, high quality medicine, this is a great one, moringa. Every part of moringa tree has health benefits. The amazing things about the moringa tree is that each part of the tree can be used to treat various health conditions. The journal Nutrients reported that each part of the moringa plant has antimicrobial properties, each with their own use. Moringa leaves. The most nutritious part of moringa plant is the leaves. You can eat moringa leaves like spinach. Ooh, I'd like to try that. Just some raw, straight leaves. or powder them and add to sauces, soups, and smoothies. Again, I don't think the flavor of the moringa is worthy of your sauces, soups, and smoothies, but that would be one way to consume it. And I'm sure the people where these plants are indigenous, uh, yeah, they're using them in their salads. They're using them just like we would with our onions and potatoes and whatnot. Scientific research has shown that the leaves from the moringa plant are rich in minerals such as calcium. Now, this is kind of repetitive. Let's move along. Moringa immature pods. Yeah, and I should show you a picture, and we'll go look at some pictures when we get done with this. Immature seed pods, called drumsticks, are used as green vegetables in Asia curries and soups. Remain high in vitamin C even after being boiled. That's another thing why I'm always pushing the live raw food, because a lot of the nutrients and goodness of plants are lost when they reach a certain temperature, be it freezing or boiling. So more fruits and vegetables you can eat raw, the better. Moringa pods contain almost 50% fiber, and 30% of the pod content is important amino acids. Pods are also high in potassium, magnesium, or manganese and magnesium. Moringa seeds. Ooh, I'd like to try those too. Can be removed from the pods and prepared as peas or nuts. Nice. The seeds have a potent antibiotic effect, and they are particularly good for fighting staphylococcus, that thing, and that other thing. Moringa seed contain 35% protein and are used to treat inflammatory bowel conditions, arthritis, gout, and epilepsy. Again, food is our medicine, and they're telling you right there, if you have any of those things, it'd probably be a great thing to add to your diet. And again, there's links in the chat if interested, or do your own search and find your own source. Moringa flowers. You can make a therapeutic tea with moringa flowers. Perhaps that is what Cher's doing, because I tried it with leaves and it was kind of bitter and uneventful. They have a potent use for lowering cholesterol, treating urinary problems, managing arthritis symptoms, and treating infections. Good to know. The flowers. I'm all about the flowers. That's what hibiscus tea is, by the way. Moringa flowers contain fatty acids that have antioxidant properties that help you to reduce inflammation. The root. What's the root do? It's also called the horseradish plant because the root have a taste of horseradish. Aha. I like horseradish. Studies have found that moringa roots have powerful antibacterial and antifungal properties. Research have also found that moringa root bark acts as a cardiac stimulant. What does that mean? It stimulates the heart? Like maybe that'd be good for people with low blood pressure or something? I'm not sure exactly what that means. Moringa gum, like other plants, the moringa gum is also antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory. Moringa gum also has emulsifying properties that can be used in pharmaceutical preparations. Okay. The seed oil. The oil that is extracted from moringa seeds can be used in cooking as superfood supplements or as cosmetic products. That'd be nice. We need to have more natural, healthy things. Wouldn't it be nice for you gals if you could put makeup on and it was actually doing something good for your skin rather than hiding blemishes and blocking pores? And wouldn't it be great to put on a makeup that actually fed your skin, nourished your skin? Well, look into the moringa seed oil. Some of the most beautiful women I know use nothing but natural products, and they don't really have to wear makeup, because their complexion is good. Your complexion is your reflection of what you eat. Well, and also what you've experienced. And a lot of us have acne scale or scars or sun damage from overexposure, but basically our skin is a reflection of how beautiful we really are, our diet, whatnot. So, yeah, I think that's great that it can be used for that. The seed cake left after the oil extraction can be used as an insecticide. Again, wouldn't it be great to be able to put insecticides on you or plants and actually be giving them something that's good for them? Organic fertilizer, that doesn't surprise me, and in purifying wastewater treatment as natural coagulants. Yeah, the wastewater thing. That's a great. It's a shame that we use chemicals to get rid of, break down wastewater. When there's natural ways to do it. Moringa sap is used to make blue dye in Jamaica. Again, you could also use blue dyes in food. Some of the most poisonous things we consume are the food colorings they put in, especially junk foods like cereals and whatnot. All right, real quick, I'm gonna go back and check the comments in case people are getting bored of just listening to me read. Where did we leave off? Humanity Rise says, that's what I was doing. It's amazing. Thank you for commenting. I also want to thank you for showing me how to make ormus. I started 7 years ago, and your video helped me tremendously. That's awesome, man. Thank you. You're welcome, of course, but that was actually, you made my day. I love helping people learn how to make ormus and for themselves and hear the remarkable things it's doing for them and their family. And just to know that I had a little part to play in that makes me feel really good. Shares from Northern California, Zone 10B. So, are your moringa trees going to grow, Cher? Do you think it's going to work? I hope so. They grow a lot of stuff in California. Boy, if they can stand the heat, they can make it in California. Pyro PK says, cool. I'm sure he's talking about me. Humanity Rise. It's amazing for growing almost anything. NorCal. Oh, the place, Northern California. Yeah, so I was going to say they grow a lot of amazing foods there. If we can grow it in the U.S., you can probably grow it in Northern California. Shares, I think this is to at Humanity Rise. Yes, the only reason we are holding tight here in North Cal is to be able to grow our groceries and herbal medicines. I tell you what, you can grow groceries and herbal medicines in the Midwest because that's what I do. But yeah, I'm sure you got primo growing, well, according if you got good soil. You definitely got the location down. I try to eat vegan as I can and stay healthy, organic and natural as possible as I can. Yeah, me too. I'm not really too vegan in the winter. I kind of lean more back towards the, kind of the way our ancestors grew up. They ate what was indigenous and in season. So I kind of stick to that a little bit. I never was a big meat eater, to tell you the truth. So I always eat far more vegetables than I do meat. And I'm not a huge fan of fruits. I do a lot of juicing and stuff to get enough fruits into me. But I'm not a sweets guy. I don't like, cakes and cookies and that sort of stuff's not really my cup of tea. So same thing when it comes to fruits. If it's a really, really sweet fruit, I probably don't like it. I'm a pretty big fan of mango and grapes. They're about a foot tall, so looking good. Nice. I don't know what the growth rate on a tree is, but 1 foot is pretty good. And a lot of times saplings really take off year 2 and 3, like, quadruple their size sometimes. I don't know about that particular tree, but good for you and great. I hope they grow up and maybe you're thinking about the future. Maybe your kids will be harvesting nutritious goodies from your tree, Share, even if you don't get to. That's something I need to do is plant more trees. All right, and here's what I've been taking is the powder. We're going to see what this is about. Moringa powder is made by drying the moringa leaves and grinding them into a fine green powder. One of the reasons why moringa powder is good for your health is that it contains important minerals. For example, moringa leaf powder contains iron, which is 14 times more than beef. Let me say that again. Contains iron, which is 14 times more than of beef. I'm assuming they're going gram for gram or ounce for ounce or pound for pound, or I don't know how they're determining this. But yeah, I've heard that. And that's amazing because iron is kind of hard to get on a vegan diet. So that's great to know. They found that the moringa leaves contain a unique combination of compounds like, oh boy, quercetin, zeatin, that thing, and that other thing. And these antioxidants are essential for healthy immune systems and to lower cholesterol. Moringa leaf powder also contains flavonoids, tannins, terpenoids, and other compounds with medical properties. Yeah, the color and the tastes of foods coincides with a lot of different roles that they play in our health. And that's neat that we need to, that another thing, keeping a variety, not a lot of anything, but a little bit of bitters, a little bit of sweets, a little bit of all the different flavors, all the different colors. if you're in a habit of eating the same foods, like, oh, this is Taco Tuesday, and then, tomorrow is whatever, Whopper Wednesday, um, get out of that rut and start eating new foods. I went through one summer where I tried to eat a new food every month, and that was hard for me because you just get into a habit, and plus what's available locally, and you simply don't know. So I would recommend, just go into YouTube and start looking at some different diets, like Mediterranean diets and all these other diets, and you'll come across some foods you never had, and just start implementing them into your weekly menus, and try to keep a variety of different foods going. I know a lot of, like, right now I'll be eating cucumbers and tomatoes till the cows come home, but it'd be nice if I could start mixing in, a lot of different other things like some squashes and things like that, which I do a little bit, but not as much as I should. But that variety of flavors and colors is super important. All right, let's read more about this moringa tea that I didn't really care for, but I bet it's great for you. Moringa tea is caffeine-free, nutritious drink that is full of antioxidants that benefit your health. You notice one word that's missing from this sentence is delicious. Just my opinion again. You make moringa tea by adding hot water, teaspoon of moringa leaf powder, and stirring well. You can also buy moringa tea bags that you infuse in a cup of hot water, just like regular green tea or black tea. That's what I tried. The best kind of moringa tea to buy is organic moringa tea. That's a given, as you can be sure that there are no toxic chemicals in the leaf, the stems, the powder. Yeah, another great thing about the moringa, a lot of these supplements are harvested from families in India that revere these trees. I mean, they treat the process with respect and dignity and sanity, or sanitary. So you're getting clean, locally sourced, high quality, straight from the tree products when you buy from somebody. You got to do a little research. Those two I recommended in the chat, and I'll try to put them in the comments for those of you who are watching afterwards. I did do some research on both of those suppliers, and I think those are good sources of a good, clean, organic moringa. The benefits of the tea. You can get health benefits of moringa tea by starting each day with a cup of Tree of Life. See there? I told you I heard it called Tree of Life somewhere. And it wasn't this article, because I haven't read this entire article. I kind of browsed the headlines and stuck the tab in there and said, let's go with that. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, 1 teaspoon of moringa tea powder, which is roughly 4.5 grams, contains 120 milligrams of calcium, which is about 12% of your daily calcium requirements. The same amount also gives you 2.16 milligrams of iron. Another great source of iron is just taking the tea, which is more than 10% of your daily iron requirements for adults. Research published in 2018 found that moringa herbal leaf tea is extremely good for your immune system. Moringa leaf and stem tea are good sources of antioxidants and can help prevent oxidative stress in the body. That's great, man. If you get something that has some benefit and you're drinking it on a regular basis, and you can feel good about what you're drinking. I don't know. I drink maybe 2 or 3 sodas a year, and I always feel crappy when I'm eating it or drinking it. I'm like, yeah, it tastes great, but what do I need all this sugar and acid and food coloring? And I mean, there's absolutely nothing in this that's good for me. And perhaps that's an age thing, but I don't know. I just can't enjoy pop because I know it's just horrible for you. Now, you give me some coconut water, I'll be drinking that all day. Put it in the freezer where it almost slushes. Oh, get out. Scientifically proven benefits of the moringa tea. My gosh, haven't we heard enough already? It seems like it's good for everything. Evidence revealed that all parts of the moringa tree are good for your health. It has antibacterial, antiviral, anti-inflammatory, and anti-cancer properties. Moringa leaves are also good for diabetes because they can help regulate blood glucose levels. Moringa powder is also helpful for weight loss. Well, there you go. A lot of people that are overweight are always hungry. And it's because what they're eating is empty calories, They're eating carbs, chips, and processed foods. And your body's like, yeah, okay, more fat, more junk, more fat, but we need some nutrition. So if you're trying to lose weight, start taking things like the moringa powder and you'll give your body the nutrition it wants, and you'll notice your cravings will start going away if you actually start feeding your body some foods that it can use rather than these heavily processed and almost nutritionless foods. We're going to look at the many benefits of drinking a cup of moringa tea every day for adding moringa powder to your favorite smoothies. Or I would say taking the supplements. I mean, you're consuming the powder. I'm just going to lump myself into this to make myself feel better, but they're talking about the tea. Or no, here they just say just powder. So okay, so taking the supplement or drinking the tea. Enjoy a caffeine-free cup of moringa tea once or twice a day. Help you lose weight. The moringa leaf tea can help to manage complications associated with obesity. Yeah, we kind of just talked about that. The tea benefits weight regulation and also help to improve the gut's microbiota. Microbiota? The microbial life in your gut, which that is where your health comes from. You know, if you got good probiotics, you know, the bad stuff can't take over. The results of other trials involving mice showed that moringa tea can help to lower obesity-related health issues like high cholesterol and high levels of fat in blood. After the 10-week trial period, subjects who consumed moringa tea with a diet lost 14% more body weight than those who didn't take moringa. 14%, that's quite a bit. So there you go. If you're looking to lose weight, man, how about cut out the Pop-Tarts and add a moringa supplement or cup of tea? Clinical trials on humans have shown that the moringa extract could assist in losing weight when combined with other herbs. A trial involving 50 obese adults found that a combination of moringa leaf extract, curry leaf extract, and curcuma helped boost weight loss. They didn't give us a percentage on that one, but a cup of tea contains 1 tea bag, 1.5 grams of moringa. Has no calories and no caffeine and no good flavor. Moringa extract has antimicrobial properties. I think we've kind of beat that horse to death. Helps fight inflammation. Yep, we know that's happening. Alleviates symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis. Isn't that sort of an inflammation thing? That's good to know. Help prevent degenerative brain disease. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of people that could use that this age with the increase of Alzheimer's and other mind-related illnesses. There you go, moringa powder. Diabetes, because it regulates the blood glucose. That's good. Yeah, there's definitely ways to get out of diabetes, man. I'm not going to get into that's a whole other can of worms. But if you're diabetic, you can fix that with your diet. You don't have to be taking insulin and living and eating weird, man. You can get that straightened out. Promotes good liver health, which, oh my gosh, the liver is so busy trying to take care of all the poisons and toxins that we're consuming. Another great thing for the liver is the Edgar Cayce liver cleanse, which I'm not going to get into all that, but that's something I do, and you'll be amazed what comes out of your liver when you do the Edgar Cayce liver cleanse. Moringa powder is good for your heart. That's good to know. Put it in hot water. I wonder if that's important. Moringa powder in hot water to make moringa herbal tea. Great way to keep your heart healthy. It protects your cardiovascular health because it can lower blood pressure, improve heart function, and reduce cholesterol levels. It's good to know. There's a history of heart disease in my family. I haven't had any problems as of lately, but who knows? Moringa pods help to lower blood pressure. That's good to know. Reduce cholesterol levels. Yep. Boost wound healing. Well, who doesn't like that? I wonder, what are they talking about here? Properties of moringa extract can be used to treat wounds and make them heal quicker. So like making a paste out of them. Let's see if they found that using moringa leaf extracts in wound dressing. So yeah, you would make a paste and put it on the wound. A cost-effective way to treat wounds. Moringa prevented the spread of bacteria infections caused by that and that. E. coli, I believe is what that says. Learn about types of wound drainage and how to properly care. Yeah, I think we won't look into that. But that's good to know. You can make a paste out of the powder. One of the greatest paste powder combos that I've ever come across is bentonite clay. And I keep a big gallon jug of that medical grade bentonite clay. And anytime I feel like I may have eaten something questionable, I'll take that and or some charcoal and problem gone. But it makes a great paste no matter what you got. I don't care if it's poison ivy, bee sting, a mosquito bite, a burn, whatever it is, you make a paste out of bentonite clay and put it on there and just it'll dry out naturally on its own. And when it does, wash it off, put another dab on there, and it will draw and heal that remarkably faster than anything else I've found. Colloidal silver gel is also another great one if you don't have access to bentonite clay. Can help improve mood and treat depression. Again, I think that goes without saying. People who have good health are usually have good mental health and have, pretty good mood most of the time. If your body's functioning properly and you're feeding it good stuff, you're going to kind of feel good. Prevent various disorders associated with stress, anxiety, and depression. Another good reason to be trying this. May enhance sexual function. Cha-ching! There's another good reason, guys, gals. Libido can benefit men because it acts as a natural aphrodisiac and can prevent sexual dysfunction. Maybe you don't want to be taking that on a daily basis. A lot of you guys don't need aphrodisiacs. Maybe you need quite the opposite of that. But if you do, another good reason to take it. They've discovered that there are a number of mechanisms why moringa can improve male sexual health. For example, the antioxidants help protect sperm from oxidative stress. Other compounds help to reduce erectile dysfunction and increase testosterone. Wow, that's good. I haven't really had any problems, so I haven't noticed anything in that department, but another good reason to be taking it. In conclusion, the research found that moringa can be a beneficial remedy for stress-related sexual dysfunction. To help boost your sex drive, learn about other foods and natural aphrodisiacs. Lots of good links on it. Again, this is healthandnaturalworld.com that we're plagiarizing. It has anti-cancer properties. I think that kind of speaks for itself, which I'm not real sure that. I think cancer is kind of a lump term that, anyway, I don't want to get into that whole topic. But yeah, it's anti-cancer. So another great reason to take moringa powder. What's the correct dose? This might be worth reading. Let's check this out. There are many ways to enjoy the amazing health benefits you get from consuming moringa powder and moringa extracts. For example, you can kickstart your day with a large dose of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Just mix 1 teaspoon of pure organic moringa powder in a cup of hot water and drink it. You can boost the therapeutic properties of moringa tea by adding a spoon of raw honey. Again, I wish they would explain why it needs to be in the hot water. Might have to look into that a little deeper. Moringa tea has a mild flavor with earthy overtones. Yeah. That's a pretty kind way of putting it. Yeah, it kind of tastes like dirty leaves. You can also add a teaspoon of moringa to your smoothies, soups, and sprinkle some on your salads. A more convenient way to take moringa leaf powder is to buy moringa capsules. Da-ding! Many manufacturers recommend taking between 1.5 and 2 grams of moringa powder a day. It recommends 2 per day, and I started with 1. And I did that for the whole first bottle. And then I started taking the 2 as recommended on the second bottle. And I think I'm on my 3rd bottle. There's no recommended dose for taking moringa for its health benefits. Doctors from WebMD say that taking up to 6 grams of moringa a day for 3 weeks did not show any adverse side effects, which is the case with most natural supplements. Taking more is not going to cause harm, but there is a sweet spot. And once you go past that, you're just wasting it. You're making expensive pee, I used to always say. The side effects. Generally, moringa is safe to take in appropriate measures. You can also safely eat moringa leaves, fresh or dried, and the seeds and pods are also edible. I might have to look into that. I'd like to try the seeds. Doctors advise against consuming moringa root as its extracts may contain dangerous toxins. Okay. Pregnant and breastfeeding women are advised to avoid moringa due to its insufficient information on its safety. Pregnant and breastfeeding ladies, I wouldn't worry too much about that warning. Where to get moringa products? Well, You can use the links in the comment section, or you can do a search, or go to jeranismshop.com, I think. He's got a good connection there. You can get the moringa oil for your skin. I think we'll skip all that. Anyway, there's a nice little article about moringa, which if you haven't heard of it or seen it, I would definitely recommend looking into it. And if you don't take any supplements, maybe that would be the one you want to try. And I'm going to share one more link, and we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. It's been about an hour. I hope this wasn't too boring for you guys. And I'm going to check the chat again. I'm going to add one more chat to the link or one more link to the chat. Either way. And the next most important thing, everyone knows your diet is important, but we are creatures of water. So one of the most important things about good health, consuming good water. My number one pick, distilled water. I know it has some negative inconnotations about it, but it's pure water. God water is what I call it. And if you're trying to get your nutrients from water, you're barking up the wrong tree. Our nutrients come from our plants and some animals. So don't worry about drinking distilled water because it doesn't have all the vitamins and minerals and nutrients that spring water has, because we're not trying to get our stuff from water. We get it from food. But my number two thing is, everybody knows you can buy distillers, and I've got links on my website. But this is an under the sink. Did it post? There it is. Reverse osmosis system. Now, this is the cheapest one on the internet. I bought a couple of them, one for myself and one for my sister. And this one works just fine. It's under $200. It comes with extra filters, so you're good to go for a while after you get it, like a year or more. And you'll be drinking pure water. You can test it yourself and see that it's far cleaner than tap water. And if you make a good green tea at this RO water or distilled water, you can drink that all day guilt-free and know that you're doing your body good. All right, I hope you guys, I'm going to stop sharing that. Let's go to this one. And we'll have something to watch while we chit-chat. Okay, back to the chataroo. I'm trying to remember where I left off. Oh, yeah. Manly Rise 7 years ago, North California zone. Cool, amazing. Where did I leave off? Oh, a foot tall. That's about where I left off, I think. Okay, so Pyro PK. I have a goal or desire to use food decalcify pineal gland if I could in this lifetime. Yeah, well, if you're taking Ormus, dude, that's going to decalcify your pineal gland. And another great thing for decalcifying your pineal gland, distilled water and fasting. That's one of the quickest ways to get that, at least a few layers of that decalcification, if there is such a thing. I mean, I don't even know, but I know that helped in my spiritual awakening, was doing fasting and drinking distilled water. Distilled water will pull out toxins and give the cells you need, or the cells, the pure water that they need. And if you can go to the next step and restructure it, which basically just amounts putting your distilled water into something that causes it to go into a vortex. And the poor boy's version is just bringing it into a spin with a spoon, and you can write love on the bottom of your glass or whatever vessel you're drinking from, and speak aloud your intentions: love, joy, peace, patience, prosperity, longevity, whatever it is, or all of the above, and put that into the intentions when you stir it. So you're not only restructuring it, but you're charging it. And everybody thinks this is woohoo stuff. I guarantee if you write love on the bottom of your glasses, your drinks will taste better. I mean, Dr. Emoto already has proven or demonstrated that our thoughts and words restructure water. So use a vortex generator. You can buy a little cap that fits on the bottom of a bottle that makes things go into a vortex, or you can actually physically spin it into a vortex using a spoon. Add your intentions, and voila, you are drinking restructured, charged water or liquid, whatever it is you're drinking. Ah, Sarah. Sarah says, I drink my moringa tea every morning. I call it my elixir of life drink. Good for you, girl. How long you been doing that, Sarah? Ginger, turmeric, honey, bee pollen, grinded cinnamon, lime. I steep moringa cloves and nettles into it. My kind of girl. Yeah, I like mixing it up and putting new things in it. Keep it interesting. Those are all great too. My husband smokes it. No way. I didn't know you could smoke it. Hadn't heard that one. Does you smoke the powdered leaves, or how do you smoke moringa? Are you smoking the pods, the seeds, the oil, the leaf, or how's that work? I took a bentonite clay bath tonight. Yeah, those are super good for you, but you also want to be super careful taking them because it basically turns to concrete in your drains. I used to take them quite a bit, and we started having some drainage problems, so I backed off of that. My advice: if you take a bentonite clay bath, run the water after you drain the tub for quite a while afterwards, and give that a chance to flush out. Because over the years, that will build up, and it basically turns into concrete. That stuff that you could make indestructible bricks out of that. There's the RO system I shared. Divine, whoa, what's this? Divine Aurora Site 333. Sorry, I butchered your name. I'm new to this channel and just stumbled upon. I enjoyed the shared information and have subscribed. Well, thanks for subscribing, man. I look forward to learning and interacting more. Love and light. So glad to have you, man. And thanks for joining us. Thank you to everyone who joined it. You guys could be anywhere. There's thousands of streams going on. I'm a basic nobody, and for you to be here with me is an honor, man. I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy life, or maybe not so busy life, to spend it kicking it here with the old Trebor 7 on the 7th of every month at 7 p.m. Central Time. Sarah says, probably about a year. Nice. Good for you. He smokes the leaves. Okay. That would have been my best guess. I don't know what else they'd be doing. Thanks for the heads up on the baths. I didn't know that. Yeah. They got to keep those bath drains clear because that will turn to concrete. I don't know how much you use. It usually only takes a cup or two in a warm bath to get some benefits. But like I said, over time, that will add up and could cause some problems with your drain. All right. Looks like we are caught up on the chat. What else do I want to talk about? It's been straight up about an hour. Last chance, if you guys want to say anything or have any questions. Those of you who are new to the channel, this channel is all about empowering people to discover their psychic abilities. There are tutorials and playlists on my channel that can help you. I also have a free website called telekinesisschool.com where you can get free and effective methods for learning telekinesis, which you don't really learn. I think you'll discover them or remember them. And there are, like I said, tutorials and demonstrations on my channel, and I have more coming in the future. I definitely want to do another ESP upload. Like I said, the room I usually use for my demonstrations is being used for something else right now. So I haven't been making a lot of demonstrations, and I've been super busy. For example, when we get done here tonight, I got to go wash and weigh up produce and get ready for a farmer's market tomorrow. So I haven't really been too focused on that. I've been wearing my farmer's hat and my alchemy hat to keep up on my Ormus. Thanks again for all you people who order Ormus. I really appreciate that. And it's such an honor to share this stuff with you. I put my heart and soul into making this Ormus. And that's where 90% of my chi goes into charging that for you guys. And I'm so glad you guys have found sacredsupplements.com and that you're getting benefits. The testimonies keep coming in and putting smiles on my face. I'll have to do an update. I usually do that in the fall. So probably in October, I'll be posting those of you who have sent me testimonies about Ormus and the other supplements. I had some good comments about the colloidal silver and copper as well. So I'll be sharing all those soon. And just a heads up for you people who have been using for a long time. I hate to do it, but I think there's going to have to be a slight price increase this fall, probably in October or November. So if you'd like to stock up and get in on the lowest price, I mean, I don't make a lot of money on this Ormus, guys, and the shipping's very reasonable. I usually lose money on shipping. So be a good time to stock up. Those of you, I know a lot of you people buy 3, 6, 9 bottles at a time. I would recommend you do that before October. So within the next month or so might be a good time to stock up on your Ormus at sacredsupplements.com and save a little money. Let's hit these chats one more time and then we're going to get out of here. Sarah says he rolls it up like a joint. Yeah, heck yeah, you would. You drink the bentonite clay, Trevor? It's Trebor with a B, but yes, when I need to detoxify, I just do like a little 2-ounce shot glass of it and just drink it. And I usually follow it up with a glass of water or whatever. That's also a good way to kill parasites. You can do that like every day for a couple of weeks, drink the bentonite clay, and that will, I don't think it gets all the parasites, but it'll pull a lot of toxins out of you. And it also makes a great mask if you want to cleanse the pores, like if you're having any trouble with acne or rashes or eczema or whatever skin problems you're having. Make a mask, let it dry completely, and then wash it off. It's great for that too. Yeah, bentonite clay, drinking it, I mean, it's almost as powerful as charcoal. Charcoal is a great way to get toxins out, but I think the bentonite clay is right up there with it. And the last comment for the night, also by Cher. Aside from water, moringa, and raw veggies, is there anything additional you would suggest to support psychic abilities? Well, you didn't mention Ormus. Ormus is the psychic ability. I mean, that is psychic ability in a bottle, basically. It provides you with the light and the orms, and it'll get your brain firing in ways that it doesn't normally fire. It'll help balance the 2 hemispheres of your brain. So I would definitely add Ormus. Now, you can get Ormus in a lot of different forms. There's a dry powder. There's the liquid, which is what I make. And there's also Ormus, certain foods. Grapes are high in Ormus. And you can also buy super greens that are just full of Ormus too. And we have orms in our brain and our body, and there's some in almost every living thing. But to get the proper amount of it, 1 or 2 teaspoons of a liquid Ormus a day will do wonders for your psychic abilities, especially if you're already doing all these other things like you're doing, Cher. I mean, you'll notice a difference right away. Oh, a couple more slipped in here, and then I got to get out of here. I use the mask. It does wonders on my face. Yeah, I think you're referring to the bentonite clay. That's awesome. I forgot Robert backwards. LOL myself. Yeah. Trebor is just Robert backwards. Sarah, I use the mask too, and it's amazing. Yep. So there you have it, folks. Bentonite clay is definitely recommended. All those superfoods we talked about. And if you haven't taken moringa, look into it. Get you some moringa. Start taking that stuff. And let's get our bodies cleaned up. And we'll get these psychic abilities rolling. Don't have plans for next week. So if anyone has any suggestions, feel free to email me or comment on this video section. I got a couple of guests in the work. We're having some time frame issues because of locations, so I may have to do a pre-record in order to get some of these people on here. But yeah, we'll have some cool stuff coming up, and I'll be back next month with another live stream. In the time being, take good care of your body, follow your spirit, and open your mind. There's magic inside. Peace out, everybody.